Welcome to the 69th Annual Beanstalk Awards, starring your hosts, the original cast of Beanstalk, Chris, Kevin, and Ismat. And now, live from some hole in the middle of an unstable nuclear test zone, please welcome Beanstalk.
Okay, hey, welcome guys. How's it going?
Yeah, welcome back to... But this is a special episode of the Beanstalk.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 25. It's an award show. Welcome to the 69th Annual Beanstalk. How's it going?
Yeah. How's it going?
All right.
I'll also say, how's it going?
Yeah.
Bro, just as awkward as we were when we first started this.
I know, right?
It's like no time has passed.
It really hasn't. You know, it's been a journey. It's been a great journey.
It's been something.
Yes.
It's been something I'll never forget, whether it's happiness or anger or anguish.
Yeah.
No, I feel those first two are warranted, but I don't know about anguish. I think we're having a jolly good time.
I enjoy myself. I do. I quite love this.
Yeah.
This is a fun time for me.
This is going to be fun. We got a good show for everybody tonight. How's it
Oh,
going?
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Good show.
Let's move straight on in
Put the cue
All right.
card up.
to the first award.
Yeah, if you don't realize, we do have cue cards. They're just kind of right on the screen to that invisible wall right there. And I don't know what I'm saying.
All of you that are listening currently, just picture in your minds, I guess.
Yeah, there's just a cue card. There you go.
Yeah, let your imagination run wild.
And so,
All right, first award. Ismat, take the reins.
alrighty, so we all know how this works. For the first award tonight, we'd like to go all the way back to January through March of this year. So our first award is for best game to come out of Q1 of this year, and the nominees are Persona 5 Royal, Half-Life Alyx, Nioh 2, Doom Eternal, and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Kevin, why didn't One Punch Man make it on the list?
Okay, see, and here's where the anguish comes in. Well, you see, Christopher, because One Punch Man is not good, unfortunately. The hard, cold truth is that game is a steaming pile.
Okay.
Okay, well, with that, the winner is Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yay!
Yeah,
Applause
woo!
for Animal Crossing.
Good job, Animal Crossing, you did it.
We would have given it to Persona 5 Royal, but I haven't played it yet.
Well, yeah.
How dare you?
Been sitting on that for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, I've still got like a good chunk of other games to play first.
Anyway, what kind of gaming event would we be if we didn't cut to a game promo after every award? I mean, that $15,000 fire-breathing robot monkey butler isn't going to pay itself off.
You know, at first I felt like the fire breath was unnecessary, Chris, but he keeps the slurs away, so yeah.
We also have to pay off a lot of lawsuits. So let's hear a word from one of our sponsors, Dreams for PS4. Dreams. Why waste time with any other video game when Dreams is already all things in one? Ever thought to yourself who would win in a fight between Sans Undertale and Wallace from Wallace and Gromit? Dreams has your answer. Dreams. Ever wanted to see every possible way Wario could die while listening to Ed Sheeran? Dreams already got you covered. Dreams. Did you know they made the entirety of Shenmue 3 in Undertale? Dreams is Undertale. Dreams is everything. This podcast is not sponsored by Dreams.
I want to know what Dreams was. I'm really confused.
Yeah, no, that segment told us nothing. And also, but I want to know more.
I think that's like every ad ever, though, for a gaming ad. Because, you know, I can't tell.
Okay, speaking of COVID.
Wait, what?
I believe this next award goes to a very special game company that survived a tough year.
I'm sorry. Get rid of hit. Just survived.
No, the company that hit survived.
Yeah,
That means this company's earned this next award.
Yeah. A company that's been limping along for many years now. And this year they hit some dire lows when the Rona hit the U.S.
And when the government tried to tell them they weren't a necessary business, they fought back and stayed open against all odds.
You know the one. If you ask when the next-gen consoles will be back in stock, they say, never call here again.
And so we'd like to award GameStop for holding on to a thread of life despite being mostly dead.
What does that make it? 10 years now?
Yeah. Congrats, GameStop.
You know, good on GameStop. They went from, I think, a $4 stock to a $15 stock in the last couple months. So, you know, good on them.
Also, I heard it's become a real poo show to go work for GameStop now. Because not only do you have to run the store, but you also have to make deliveries.
Oh boy.
Well, you know what?
So
I don't know what to say to that.
God. Hey, but when it comes to game companies, they're surviving like GameStop, but then they're thriving, showing absolute excellence in their field like the winner of our next award, Game Company of the Year.
Ooh, a very special award. And so, who are the nominees for this award?
All of them.
Oh.
And without much further ado, the winner is Nintendo! So just for continuity's sake, why don't we go over some of their accomplishments from this year to show why they won this award? Refusing to acknowledge Joy-Con drift, even outright calling gamers liars who made it up. Sending a cease and desist to a company making Joy-Cons in honor of Etika, who donated proceeds to charity. Another cease and desist to a Melee competition because they were using an emulator. I mean, understandable, we wouldn't want the Melee community thinking they're human. Another cease and desist to a Splatoon competition. There doesn't seem to be a reason listed, but this did happen shortly after Nintendo canceled their own official Splatoon competition because one team wasn't supported the Melee community. Again, a big no-no.
So, an official Splatoon competition put on by Nintendo? What kind of payout did they have?
$25 in store credit.
How? How did they win? Sounds like no good.
Well, excellence in crushing their own fan base and ultimately harming the gaming community as a whole through legal action is still excellence in a way.
We really need to change the name of this award to Best Game Company of the Year.
Really? $25 in-store credit and they shut that down?
Yeah.
I have no words. I really don't. Well, with that, let's move on to our next Best Game Award. This time for Quarter 2, which is April to June. The nominees are SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Resident Evil 3.
Now, see, this list is a bit shorter, but why the fork is SpongeBob is nominated? How dare they?
Well, I don't know. What can I say? Spring was a season of remakes and re-releases this year, and something else, I think.
No, it wasn't.
I think something big came out on June 19th of this year.
You're lying to yourself.
Okay?
You're not going to mention it?
What?
Should I mention it?
What are we doing?
No, I believe
I
the
put
line
24
is,
hours
and then
in?
the winner is Ismat.
And the winner is Final
We can't
Fantasy
see
VII
you.
Remake.
Just name the winner.
I already did.
I don't think you did.
I did. And the winner is Final Fantasy VII Remake. How many times am I about to say it?
Woo! Man, being in charge of the ballots really makes you feel powerful. Like
Yeah.
justice has been served.
Y'all are cheaters. I hope you realize that. I feel like Trump right now. God. Now I know how he feels.
Oh. I'm gonna keep that in. Okay, so next segment.
Yep.
Anyway, you know me.
Okay, I'm done.
Anyway, you know me. I gotta pay off that mortgage. So here's a word from Raid Shadow Legends. This episode of the podcast is not sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. I don't know what the joke is supposed to be, but I don't want to get sued, so I'll make it clear that there are no sponsors, not Dream or Raid, possibly Anchor.fm. Back
Don't
to the
you
show.
mean dreams?
And yeah, that was our legal disclaimer.
Please support the official release.
Oh, but if you do want to sponsor us, send us an email. Just saying. I don't mind shilling out, for some cash.
This is a longer fake ad than I was expecting.
Yes,
It's a good one.
It is.
Let's get the show rolling again. Hype for games that just wouldn't come out for years was a big deal this year between Final Fantasy VII and Cyberpunk 2077, which I'd like to remind everybody that Kevin correctly predicted that would get delayed again, and also that it would be a glitchy mess upon release. But since Final Fantasy VII already got recognized tonight, we're going to give a special award to Cyberpunk for delivering on years of built-up anticipation on one platform at least.
Yeah, I'm gonna say some nice things because I've had no issues with it. I was playing on PC though, so I know those poor console scalpers. They probably also had a good time, but but for you lowly console players on the old gen systems,
So
I waited probably like 3 months, since Keanu Reeves. When was it, E3? That's when I waited for it. Good game though. I quite enjoyed my time with it. Oh, so what's with the music, guys?
No, well, it's time to move on Congrats, Cyberpunk. Ismat gets off the stage already. Leave, Ismat.
No, well, don't you think they would have been primarily working on the PS4 and Xbox versions of the game for years before knowing about next gen?
No.
Why did the current gen version suck, though?
We're not supposed to ask those kind of questions, Christopher.
Okay.
PC version was good, though.
Lucky you.
On to our next segment. You know, not everything about gaming that had hype this year delivered on that hype. Some games this year severely disappointed us and gave us wounds that will never truly heal. And every time we see those wounds, we'll scream a little on the inside.
So these are the nominees for Most Disappointing Game of 2020. SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, Pokemon Cafe Mix, The Last of Us Part 2,
Last of Us Part 2.
Predator Hunting Grounds, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Last of Us 2.
Why's Cafe Mix on this list?
The disappointment is that they went to the developers of Coliseum and XD and said, make an app game.
Last of Us 2.
Well, without further ado, the winner is The Last of Us Part 2.
Called it.
You know, Kevin, I went back and tallied the results, and I don't think you actually count for 5 votes.
I don't care. It worked.
Whatever. Congrats, Last of Us 2. You didn't need any more awards, but here you go.
But you know what? Many people vote based on their emotions rather than logic. It's just a fact. Making judgments based on things you know nothing about is a regular thing in the gaming media, even if so many people will not admit to it. That's just the state of the internet. Everybody just wants to look at something and say that's not good or that's better than anything ever. And people especially want to jump onto a bandwagon about trashing or praising something. There's no such thing as diplomacy anymore. You either love something or you hate it. You can't have subjective opinions anymore. You have to make objective judgments where they don't exist.
And with that, we'd like to award the 2020 Game Awards for being the biggest sham in gaming.
And you did it again, boys. You did it, Jeffy.
Yay, woo! Oh no, I'm not Ismat. Yay, woo, Ismat.
No, I'm just doing a soul clap. That was my well-deserved. There you go. Okay, well, back to a serious award, the best game to come out of quarter 3, between July to September.
Much better than last quarter. There usually are nominees who get snubbed.
Yeah, and the nominees are, Genshin Impact, Hades, Crusader Kings 3, Ghost of Tsushima, and Deadly Premonition 2.
Can't believe you snubbed Captain Tsubasa.
Deadly Premonition will never get any recognition if I don't give it. Just give me this.
And the winner is Ghost of Tsushima. Wait!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Crusader Kings lost again!
And justice has been served.
You know, this entire thing is rigged. I hope you all realize that. Everything I vote for always gets snubbed out by Chris and Kevin. I just want to make this really clear.
Oh, Ismat. You know we only tease. Crusader Kings might not be important to us, but you are.
So we want to give you the honor of presenting your own award, the Ismat Award for an excellent game that Chris and Kevin either don't care about or didn't play.
Alright. Well, you know, it's about time. Crusader Kings won an award, and Microsoft Flight Simulator was not even in the running. So I want to give this award to Crusader Kings 3 for being the game where I can seduce every lady in the realm and steal their lands and murder my children.
Okay,
and,
moving
know,
on.
Stuff.
Congrats, Congrats, Crusader Kings 3. You didn't catch the attention of those neckbeards at the Game Awards, but you touched a good boy's heart.
Yes.
Oh, good boy.
I love seducing those women. And
stealing their lands.
So we've had an exciting show tonight for sure. But we've only got a few awards left to give, so let's drag this out, huh? Let's talk about 2020 in games, in life. Let's remember some good stories from 2020. Guys?
Oh man, do you remember the third time Cyberpunk was delayed? And then they said, no, it'll come out on this time. And then remember, it was delayed again.
Like another 2 weeks, right? It was 2 weeks, right? I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Remember when they said they wanted to optimize for the new gens, but then it came out and the old gens are the worst ever?
Well, I think that was the optimization, right?
They funneled some of that good stuff into the new thing.
Yeah.
They optimized in a different way.
No, the only way you can play Cyberpunk is if you have a good PC. So,
And even then, even the PC's not safe.
Well, I mean, I've had those mostly graphical glitches for me, but besides that, it's been pretty good time. Most of my gaming this year has been games that I've missed in previous years, like the Three Houses. I went back to that. I played a few other gems like Teardown, which came out this year as well, but I don't know if it's still in early access or not. And a nice big shout out to Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord for finally coming out after 10 years. of me waiting for that. Still early access though, so give another 10 years.
That's weird. You're waiting for that and Cyberpunk for 10 years. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then, of course, because you guys snubbed it out, Captain Tsubasa. I do appreciate that
anime
game.
soccer is super good.
It really
anime
is.
plus FIFA. Who thought?
It is the best thing ever. I really do enjoy it. And if you haven't, in Inazuma 11, by the way, much better than Captain Tsubasa, I would say. But I think that's almost everything in my head. Oh, Medieval Dynasty was another good title that came out this year as well. Also early access, but a lot of early access titles, as you can probably guess.
Remember at the Game Awards show, Christopher, and you saw the BioWare thing that said BioWare isn't dead, and that's all it was?
Yeah. Dude, that was especially special.
Remember when we started this whole thing? 69 years ago?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I remember our first episode. Back then, they didn't have no computer machines. People just don't understand that.
So we just scribbled our stories on stone tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though it was like 1951, and we didn't have to do that. We just felt like...
We like the aesthetic.
What we wanted to do, we distributed the podcast by throwing those stones into windows.
Oh, man.
Remember when that man chased us down the street because we threw that stone through his window?
Yeah.
You remember that time you kicked down those guys' trash cans? You remember that because we ran out of the stone tablets to throw?
Yeah, and I just wanted to get the message across.
Man, I also remember when he threw that soda at that door. Then we had to book it.
Remember that time that tree ate my soda and then we never found it? That was scary stuff. That wasn't 2020 though. I'm just bringing up old stuff now, but 2020 is the perfect time to remember the better times.
It really is,
It's been some good days. It's been a good 69 years.
Yeah, it has. These past 6 months that we've been doing this, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Chris. Thank you very much.
It was about time we switched to a new platform.
Oh yes. It really.
After 68 and a half years. It was finally time.
It really was. And I really do appreciate this because 6 months ago, it was pretty rough having to be locked down and stuff, and getting together again every week has been a good time. It's been good for me. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I appreciate it.
And I feel like we just keep getting better every week.
I think so too.
Boy, I sure hope.
Also, I'd argue that we're getting worse every week.
Give and take.
I thought this was gonna end like 2 weeks in or 3 weeks in, and that was gonna be it. But
no, man, this isn't Digimon Adventure Try. No, we're going the distance. Man, speaking of that poor show, man. Oh man, Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Netflix had some good things come out this year too, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything, but
Also, Chappelle's Show was added and removed in the span of whatever from Netflix. Because Netflix thought it would make Chappelle feel better, and that I like hearing about that.
Chappelle should have a deal with Netflix just because they made him feel good.
No, he up and said that very thing.
Yeah,
oh, okay, great. All right, good for Chappelle.
And he said, if you want to support him, don't watch his stuff on the Hulu. Just don't watch the Chappelle Show.
All right,
Yeah.
Because the idea is he may or may not be trying to do it again.
Are we on a contract, Chris?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay, because I did hear things in the grapevine that there was gonna be a layoff, and I want to stay. No,
I don't think that's about us.
No, not about us. Okay,
I
cool.
guess let's just.
I've been worried, and then I heard Georgie was gonna take the layoff out back, and I did not want that.
No, Georgie.
Those of you who don't know, Georgie is our marketing consultant.
Yeah, and also he owns at least 62% of the company now.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know how you let him do this, Chris.
I didn't let him.
What? He just took him?
Because I still got my 15%.
Look, bring it up with the CEO, okay?
I don't know what you guys do with your shares, but I got my 15%. Kevin, you still got yours? Or did you give it to Georgie?
No, I like to think. I'll have to get back to you on that. I don't know. I thought I did.
Wait, so Chris, what'd you do with yours?
I never had stocks.
No.
What? I thought we split it.
We didn't split. You made this decision on your own, okay?
Oh, well, I guess it's good for me then.
Because I was like, I don't think we need stocks. And the CEO was like, cool. And I guess you got stocks, and then me and Kevin may not have.
And then you let Georgie eat up the rest.
It's possible Georgie got our stocks, so...
Oh, God. All right, well, I guess corporate takeover, right?
Okay, let's get back to it, huh? You know, if there's one thing that really matters in this world, it's the internet stars and what they do.
Oh, yeah, so, being stuck inside for so long this year forced people to find just about anything on the internet and watch for hours. Like Netflix.
So here are the nominees for Content Creators of the Year. Mr. Beast, MatPat, Pokemon, Jake Paul, and Moist Christic Cowdy.
Are we going to explain why these people are up for this award? Because I don't really care or know
I also
any of
want to
them.
hear this.
So, Mr. Beast because he's a good person, MatPat because he's cringe, Pokey because she's a VTuber now, Jake Paul because he knocked out Nate Robinson, and Moist because he's a meme.
Who's Nate Robinson?
He was a former basketball player.
Oh. Alrighty, whatever.
Alright, and the winner is... Oh, the upset! It's the Beanstalk!
Oh my goodness!
You won an award?
Why, this is such a surprise! But in the event we did win, we set up a call with the CEO of Beanstalk just to accept the award. So let's send it to him right now.
Thank you, boys. First, I would like to thank the cast and crew of whatever it is you do here, Productions, for doing such a good job with this show over the past 25 episodes with a long run. I would also like to formally announce that both Beanstalk and its spin-off show Ismat Dono Master of Time, which released to rave reviews by the way, have been cancelled, postponed indefinitely, put on permanent hiatus, and consequently will not be renewed for syndication. This is due to many reasons that I will not go into great detail about, mainly pending lawsuits and a crippling amount of debt. Though you can rest assured that everything we do here is legal. And I think we should end on that high note there. Now I will be leaving the country immediately. You will not be hearing from me again. Do not check my P.O. box. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Also, the show is canceled. Just want to reiterate.
Okay. Oh, what a great guy.
Did he say we've been canceled?
Nice, may as well ride this out while it lasts.
Am I really getting laid off now, Chris?
Don't worry about it. Let's move on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I love? Among Us.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
I really do, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great game, and its developers are really likable people.
But
the gaming media is really stupid. The Game Awards won biggest sham for more than one reason. The stipulation for nomination is release year falling within a certain time frame or gaining relevance within that same time frame. So I'd like to give an award to Among Us for luckiest game of 2020, to remain obscure for 2 years and gaining popularity in a year when people needed it most.
Oh, well, that was unexpectedly nice of you, Chris.
Maybe Innersloth's next game will be relevant on launch and they can earn an award they actually deserve.
There it is. Well, Among Us did win awards because of a lot of community support. And so what better award to give out than the best community in gaming 2020?
Oh, and that's right. And every community is technically nominated like the Best Company Award.
And so this year, we'd like to announce that this year's winner is the Smash Bros. Community for fighting back against a company that actively tries to destroy them. Huh? What? What? Dozens of cases. Okay. So due to some new information of certain cases that had come up and we were strangely overlooking in the voting process, the Best Community Award is being rescinded and will be suspended for future shows. And we will never acknowledge the Smash Brothers community again.
Speaking of awful people, let's get to our next and most negative award, Worst People in Gaming 2020.
And this year was pretty easy to decide because we legit wish these people could be put in prison for doing what they do.
That's right. This year's worst gamers are undoubtedly the next-gen console scalpers.
Shouldn't we also put blame on the companies that allow scalpers to buy all the normal price consoles with their bots?
But yeah, those people that are so desperate to get a PS5 and then pay double or triple the price.
And the people who want the box no console for more than the console price,
You know what? Let's just chalk it up to a group effort this year. All these people involved in the scalpers market are guilty and deserve this Worst People award.
But I mean, if I had the PS5 and want to unload the box for profit, I would.
Yeah, it's kind of scummy to admit, but I mean, yes, I would also do something similar.
He's right. Yeah, it's a free market.
Yeah, that's
you know?
fair. I mean, you gotta respect the game.
Yep.
So we're down to it. This is the award for best game of quarter 4 of 2020. The last award before Game of the Year. This is only for games that came out in October and November.
Yes, and that means gems like Empire of Sin and Cyberpunk 2077 will have to wait until next year to get their chance.
But Chris, Cyberpunk.
Nope.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Maybe they shouldn't have delayed it so much.
Fine. So the nominees for Best Game of Quarter 4 2020 are Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Soul, and Bugsnax.
And the winner is... Chris, who won?
Nobody.
Why?
Because
How?
well, A, we didn't play any of these. B, we couldn't decide.
Well, I mean, I've been playing Cyberpunk, and I think it's good enough to win.
Okay, fine. Cyberpunk wins then.
Oh, but you know what else was a pretty good game? Bugsnax. I think I'd give it Bugsnax.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then Bugsnax wins.
Yeah.
Yay, Bugsnax. You win.
Yay.
You win.
Hooray.
Well, the show's almost over, so what's left to do?
Most anticipated release of 2021.
Really? No witty transition, no spiel about the topic?
Well, at this point, I had been writing the script for 6 hours straight, so...
Okay, nothing else to say. Let's just get right into announcing the winner.
And so the Beanstalk most anticipated game release for 2021 is anything that isn't coming to Xbox Series X.
What a blowout victory!
Oh, eat it, Xbox fanboys. Have fun with your same game 15 times in a row.
Now, before we move on, are there any games you guys are actually excited for? Because I do have a few in mind. So there's the new Digimon game is supposedly coming out.
God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, there you go. You got that.
That Harry Potter RPG.
Was that next year?
If it's not late next year, I think it's early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's actually a handful of games I'm quite excited for coming out next year. So, you know, I guess we'll see what happens.
Also, I'm now Dragon Age and Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
May you guys bring honor to your names again. Because, boy. Ooh.
Anything else on our minds? Is that it?
No.
Okay,
I can't
fair enough.
think of it.
Well, that's it then. We've announced everything except the final award for the night.
We've had our fun, but it's time to give out the most important award for 2020. Beanstalk's Game of the Year.
Game of the Year. The nominees are the 4 quarterly winners tonight. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Bugsnax. And so without any delay, the winner for Game of the Year is... excuse me for a second. Hello, Mr. Druckmann? No, it wasn't nominated, sir. How much? Oh, okay. Let me get back to the show. And the winner of Game of the Year is The Last of Us Part 2!
What? But we agreed on Ghost of Tsushima.
What a triumph! What a game!
It was a unanimous vote. Last of Us wasn't even nominated.
Game of the Year, Game of the Century even.
That concludes the 69th Annual Beanstalk Awards. Please watch your step on the way out, and please don't steal anything. Please like this podcast, and we'll see you next year if we last that long. Have a nice day.
Thank you sincerely for listening to this episode, and if you listen to any of our other episodes, thank you so much more. Over 200 plays in half a year. We really are grateful for that.
Yeah, and happy holidays and happy new year. Check out our Twitch channel, Beans on Stream, and check out the YouTube channel for all our past streams and episodes of the podcast.
Special thanks to Barry at Crypt for contributing to this episode, and I guess we'll see you in the next thing we do. I guess we did get canceled.
Fellas, I have great news. All that debt that Christopher has accrued has been settled. Large amounts of unmarked money have been flooding into our offshore accounts. Consequently, Season 3, it starts January next year, 2021. I hang up now.
Is it smart to tell the public about our offshore accounts? I wouldn't think so.
You shut your goddamn rat-sniffing, long-necked, no-good dog belly mouth, Kevin. I will end your life. I will bury you in the sand. You dog. You dirty dog, and your mother stinks too. Where was I?
Oh, I don't know.
you bum-licking alley cats have been renewed for a third season, indefinitely.